We want to focus in Pierce County for a second. We have an interview with Orting Mayor Joshua Penner that we wanted to show you. Mayor Penner, thank you so much for joining us again.
Oh, happy to be here again.
Yeah, we are closely watching, the Puyallup River. We understand, obviously, Puyallup, it's cresting right now. In Orting, it sounds like it may be going down, which is great news, completely different from 24 hours ago when we talked to you last.
Right. Yesterday, Puyallup River and overnight Puyallup River was a big concern of ours. Our concern shifted over the Carbon River. We're between two rivers, and they're dramatically different river systems, although they converge right here at Orting.
What is the latest on the Carbon River? We haven't looked that one up personally yet.
Well, the Carbon River has quite a bit more creeks and streams that feed into it, and you can call that banked capacity. So even when it stopped raining, we were still seeing a rise of the river. The latest is that it's also receding, though it overtopped the levees on the Carbon River bank this afternoon and caused us to issue a level 3 evacuation for that part of town.
Oh, that's why. Okay, so some of that water did start to spill over. What are your biggest concerns now as the waters are going down, though? I know there's a mess. There's some hazards you're going to have to deal with. So what are you focusing on?
Oh, I think my biggest concern is making sure that we start to dial back our level 3s into a good cautionary standby mode. But don't go too fast and give a yo-yo effect should something occur. I think we're pretty confident there's going to be a lot less rain in the near future, and that's going to allow our water table to subside a little bit. But now we're seeing the surge move downstream into Puyallup, and they're issuing level 3s. And so maybe we can turn around and start offering them aid.
Yeah, well, is there something that you're hearing a lot? Is there a common theme among your residents where they're emailing you or calling you? What are they most curious about at this point?
Well, we've done a tremendous amount of work in Orting and improving our flood infrastructure, and I think this is a demonstration of the value of that. We had a similar flow one time, not 3 times back to back to back, about 15 years ago, and we had to evacuate the whole city. This time we were able to point target evacuations, but that opened up a lot of challenges where folks felt like maybe they should have been evacuated and were left out of the conversation. We didn't forget about them. So that's been a large part of the, let's say, 200 or so calls to our emergency operations center is, here's my address, am I under an evacuation order? And so it's an unintended side effect, but it's it demonstrates a lesson to be learned, but also a good feedback loop.
Well, since the levees seem to have held up, what lessons have you taken from this that you might be looking forward to doing, maybe proposing some kind of spending some money or something, or do you feel like you're just in a good spot and you survived this?
Well, we did a very large nationally recognized setback levee for our Puyallup River system a couple years ago, and that doubled the size of the river channel, allowed the Puyallup River to rechannel naturally, and that wasn't even stress tested by these flows. Those are the sorts of models we need in our levee system, is to do away with the let's make a river straight as an arrow and surrounded by concrete, but those are extraordinarily expensive, and you can tell where setback levees are working and where the old way of doing levees is creating faster and higher rivers. And so, as long as, for us, the entirety of Mount Rainier keeps wanting to get to the Puget Sound, we need to advocate to make sure that we surround our city with setback levees that allow natural rechanneling of water and live with the environment instead of against it.
Yeah, Mayor Joshua Penner, thank you so much for your time. Hopefully, we have already seen the worst and things will get better for you guys out there.
Of course, thank you.
It's really good to see the investment paid off.
Yeah.
That forethought, smart.
Okay, Fox 13 has been, of course, on the ground covering the flooding since the very beginning all week. So here's a look at what our morning team captured today as they braved the elements.
Yeah, remember, it was pouring down rain everywhere. This is East Pierce County. They saw propane tanks, trees, a refrigerator. All of them came floating down the Puyallup River. I think that might be a freezer there. Yeah, so what a mess today, but it's like that everywhere. And so mostly, though, we're really worried about Skagit County because that in Mount Vernon, Burlington, that's where the river's going to crest tonight. They've got businesses shut down there. Hopefully the rivers are starting to go down in Pierce County, but they are still running strong now. We're going to take a quick break.